Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kubifaktorium. Before we get started in this episode, I just want to take a moment. This is the first episode I'm recording after learning the loss of my dear friend and friend of the channel, Phasian Phoenix. Phasian started content creation before me, including me in some of his content, and then was an inspiration and encouragement for me when I started it myself. He and I teamed up on quite a few games on Twitch, most of which were with On and IT Machinists as well, which are all archived here now on YouTube. I don't want to take a lot of time here, but I wrote more words about him on my Discord server, as well as Calidorn's and Catherine of Skies, if you'd like to read those. And others have chimed in with their own kind words. He will be missed. But let's get back into Kubifaktorium. So in the last episode, we did tried to do a lot of cleanup here in this area, doing some of the automation stuff and also the item storage stuff. And also we started the rebuild of some of the stuff that was in our basic factory from the beginning. Things like wooden handles and wooden parts and stone blocks. We still need those items, at least the wooden handles, to come down here to provide more tools for the factory, for this workshop. But that's assuming we're going to continue this workshop, using this workshop down here, which I may not. Actually, this workshop, sorry, not this one. The steel tool workshop. I may end up moving it up here, out of this area. I'm not sure yet what I want to do. What's that? Oh, that's the gorilla. This needs machine parts and oil, so that should be fine where it is. I'm not sure what else oil is used for besides this and fuel for the generator. I guess we should check and take a look at that. Electronic components, and then the water extracts as well. Okay, that makes sense. And it's not here, but it's used to obviously fuel the power generator. But so what I want to work on today is to continue this this conversion to the automated things as much as possible. We have now all of the metals, all the base metals being smelted, gold, copper, and iron. And we have those basic products being made there. So now we need to make things like steel. We have this here, but I want to move it out. I think I want to move it out into this area someplace. Although it could stay in a more common area, but I think I'd want to move it. And then we also need to automate some of these metal items that are here. Things like the refined wooden parts, the steel blanks, the track parts, the construction blocks, and the conveyor parts. All 5 of those are 6 items made in this factory here. Everything except for the copper blanks are the items we would want to use. And the same thing goes for this as well. They make the same exact items. This one is just automated, and this one requires a human to operate. So we're gonna set up these as well, and I think maybe that's the place to start. And maybe we can make those out here. So we can take a look at these recipes and see what all the items are we need to bring in. Copper blocks and stone blocks, wooden boards and iron blocks, wooden parts and stuff we already mentioned, steel beams, and that's it actually. So those stone blocks, wooden boards, all 4, or actually 3 of the 4 metals, and stone blocks, and wooden parts. So let's look at setting that up here. And I want to kind of maybe make these in a line or in an area where I can share belts and bring the items in via the Zeppelins, even though it'll actually be via the drones, not the Zeppelins eventually. But bring those items all in here and process them. So we have them all in Zeppelin depots already. Iron and copper. Steel is here, but it's in a Zeppelin, or it's in a regular depot. So maybe we should do steel first. Rose gold needs that kind of stuff. Charcoal. They all need charcoal. Maybe I should do a separate setup of charcoal for that. Yeah. And then we need to have the crushed malachite, the crushed bornite, and the crushed limonite. Crushed malachite. Comes from Centrifuge. And you crush carbonate. It also produces azurite, which is useless now. So we're not going to be able to make much of this due to the uselessness of the of the azurite and also the uselessness of the vanadium. Yeah, the vanadium. Nope. The rubble will be able to turn into iron, gold, and copper. That's how we get more gold, actually. And we've already started crushing bornite here. So we should honestly start with crushing first. Crushing the bornite, and then an ore crusher, and the carbonate. We have a carbonate mine right here. We have a bornite mine up here. Vein, rather. So we can do both of those. Actually, yeah, let's do those. Actually, let's do those two items first. Let's see. We'll put this one maybe like this. Looking where that arrow is. And to output it in that direction, I think. And that is a carbonite quarry. And that gives us the carbonate ore. And then we need to do the same here for the bornite quarry. And I don't think I'm going to build any more trains. I was going to do more train stuff than I did, and maybe less belt stuff. But given the volume of the train sound effect, I think I'm going to avoid the trains. So we're going to bring in... Actually, we could just crush the bornite right here. And crush the carbonate down where that is. Yeah, see, way over here we can still hear that train. Let's put this into a depot. Just so that we have it manageable. Oh, we're missing a light post here. Oopsie. I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4. $21. And that is, that's the point where it would be at on the grid. It should be in line with this one, and it would be that far up on the major grid. These are off because of where they are against the coast. So given that, maybe I don't want this here after all. Let's cancel these. And we'll rebuild this in this direction. Oh, it needs malachite blocks to construct. Okay, well we can't have that one yet then, but that's fine. I'm still going to set it up that way we have it ready to go when it's time. And then this can go here. It'll output into that, and then we just need a crusher that can go here, 1 in, 2 out, and then we need another. Oh, I gotta wait till this gets built, right? We need another Zeppelin depot, or regular depot here. Should I do Zeppelin depot or should I do not Zeppelin depot? This is bornite, and it should be stockpileable, so they'll bring the bornite from here, up there. Interesting that bornite is green in this picture. Greenish, I guess. And it's blue on the ground. So we'll put another depot here. That would be for crushed bornite. Crushed bornite, yeah, we'll put crushed bornite in a Zeppelin depot. That way it can be flown out from here and into wherever we do the steel at. And then we'll also do the same thing down here for the carbonate vein, which has already been built. We'll do a regular depot here. And we'll set that to carbonate ore. And then we'll put a crusher down. I want to make sure actually these crushers... Yeah. The crusher down here. And then we can put a Zeppelin depot in. Interesting. Oh, that's a centrifuge. Oh, that's not what I want. I want this one. No, that's not what I want either. Sorry, this one here. And that'll be for crushed carbonate. And then we'll have a Zeppelin depot right here. And that'll take in the crushed carbonate. And this one will be for crushed bornite. Once we can build it. Oh, we can build it now. Great. And then once we have both of those systems up and running, then we can sort that crushed, some of that crushed bornite, some of it needs to go into making steel, and all of the crushed carbonate into its components. And I think when we do that, I'll want to do that one right after this. So I'm going to want to take this power station that we're not using down. I'm using the wrong button. Take all that down. And I'm going to get rid of this too. This was a greenhouse, and I'm not going to use it just because of, well, we don't need it. Oh, I would rather use the automated farms because they're bigger and they hold more. And we have to adhere to the biomes with those, whereas with the greenhouses, we don't have to adhere to the biome. So if we had a problem with food products, we could use that, but I don't think we're going to have a problem. Okay, hopefully someone's going to delete this. Although I'm going to have to move this as well. But I think we should just do another sorter up here. After this. And sort the bornite here. And I'll use the 75% overflow exits for that so that we don't sort anything we don't need. Nope, we're not going to have enough room here to do this. So let's not do that. Let's sort. No, centrifuge. Just wanted to see what that was, but I know what that was. That can go here, and then we'll put down another Zeppelin depot that can house and hold the items that come out of that. And from there, we can send the rubble and to a place to just centrifuge that, to sort that, and then we can send the others to a place, or probably just keep the one and send the other one until we get backed up at least. Then we'll have to figure out what to do. Okay, please delete these. I'm going to... Did I delete this? Yeah, I did. I'm going to delete this as well. And this. And we'll manage all of that through other means. Oh, good. They're sorting this stuff in here. That's great. I do want a depot entry point here. And a depot exit here. What was that? Oh, I must have clicked on somebody. I did. I clicked on a robot. Kind of. Okay. And then this is going to be for carbonate. Why are you not sorting it? You're unloading this input. Interesting. Okay, so there's no crushed carbonate in the system, which I did know. I'm actually going to take this out as well. Wrong button again. And let them sort this stuff manually. And actually, I'm going to put the speed up because why not? Okay, so that is going to move up here. This one is bornite crushing. This one will have crushed bornite. And then this will be bornite sorting. And then we're going to want to have a... I'm going to have 2 input slots on this entry. and then 2 overflow exit points on this. And those will also be full of crushed bornite. Crane, you are loud. And then this will be for the stuff, the bornite sorts, the vanadium, the limonite, and the rubble. Let's do the crushed limonite. Did I not? I did, okay. I just didn't look at it. And then rubble. Should reserve these spots as well. So we have 2 entry points here. And then this is going to make the crushed carbonate. And then we need to sort that as well in a centrifuge. There. This will be carbonate sorting. And then we'll have another Zeppelin depot. It goes here. And that'll take in the azurite, malachite, and rubble as well. Okay. And then all these items that I have laying around here, I'm hoping that I can get them to deposit them over here. Oh, this needs to have an entry point right there. And it shouldn't need an exit because everything is going to be flown out of here for now, I think. So let's go ahead and let them use this as logistics stockpile. So they'll clean it up from here and haul it over there. Just like that. Just like that. And I'm actually going to let them stockpile the rubble here as well for right this moment. So that they'll clean up the rest of the rubble that's kind of laying around here. It's a mess. Even though we have a lot more stuff to clean up. Please clean up. Okay, and then I can probably unselect this now. Because it should have been the rest of the rubble. Although, it actually shouldn't matter much. So this chain we could actually hook up to power. How are we doing for power? This is the other power network. The old power network. I wonder if I should link them. Or if I should bring over a line from there over to here, which is probably what I should do. And then eventually break the link or whatever. That can go there. Interesting. And then there. Let's see, this one would be here. So I'm only going 2 spaces too close. That's fine. It's too far, but that'll reach like this. And then this can probably go here, and that'll connect those 2 networks together. Once they build it all, which they've already half done. Good job, guys. And I may clean that up later, I don't know. But we shouldn't need these 2 anymore. Once those get connected. I'm going to go ahead and just delete those. And then, let's see, we can go ahead and get this started. In addition to those components, we need to have 1 power line down here. That should work. Most of these don't actually need power. Let's grab an inserter. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. This goes here. No, how did that happen? So let's try this again. Input goes there. Okay. And then this goes here. And then you're going to need 2. And then you're going to need 2. And we need to have exits for you. Boom. And these are, of course, going to be crushed carbonate. There we go. And that's crushing it. And this can go here, and then we need an entry spot right here. And that should do it for now, for this chain. And then we can't do all of this one yet, because we can't activate this until we have a malachite block. I thought we had one laying around, but maybe I used it for something else, and without knowing it. But we have completed everything else. Oh crap! I have everything off by 1. Oh no! Jeez. Okay, let's do delete, and then this. Okay, train, quiet. There. And then delete this whole thing. And this whole thing. And this one as well. And I can move over by 1 as well. And I could have made do, but since we're not using it yet, I'd rather just make it the way that I want it. Hopefully we can get some people over here. I'm gonna do it. There we go. Okay. Let's go there. And then Zep. But did I have this as a Zep one? Yeah, because we need the Bornite to be able to be exported. There and there. So this will be Bornite crushing. And then this will be crushed Bornite. This will be Bornite sorting. And then this will be those two crushed, as well as Rubble, with the stockpile mode enabled briefly. I hear you. You're loud. I know. Let's grab an inserter. And then we can go here. Here and here. Leave somebody come and move stuff. Here and here. And here. Can you move this piece of fabric? There we go. And then this needs 2 entry points. Again, and 2 overflow exits. Both of which are labeled for crushed Bornite. But they should not be occupied yet because we're not at 75% capacity. This is Bornite sorting, and then this will be, they got to move everything out in order to build it, in order to move everything back in again. Actually, I'm going to take this inserter out for a moment while I wait for this to get built and to get refilled with the stuff laying around. I don't think full Bornite was used from... It is used to make centrifuges, metal mixing furnaces, and ore crushers, but we should be okay. As long as I don't let this thing get too carried away. Someone come in to build this, please. Looks like they are. Yeah, I assume that's what the fabric is for. Can't remember what the Zeppelin depots take to make. Fabric, wood parts, and copper blocks. Okay, oh, there's a copper block there. I assume is being used for this. Oh no, there's one here too. Okay. And then hopefully they will start loading this thing back up. Hush train. Hopefully they will start loading this thing back up again. There it goes. And we need to have, I guess I could do this part, a depot entry right here. But they will of course need to clear it off. Great. And it looks like they've done that job. So I can do now an inserter here, which will stop the functionality of all of this very soon because it's going to be full very, very soon. So I can turn off this here, and I can turn off that on these as well if I have it still on. I don't think I... Nope, I don't. I do want it still on. For now, because there's still stuff laying around. And same with you. Alrighty. So that is that. And then the last thing we have to crush is the rubble. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's done here in the centrifuge. I think we did... Oh, we can turn the rocks into rubble too. Oh, that's useful. Maybe I should set that up too. Because we're not going to use much in the way of stone anymore. And even if we do, we have a quarry that we're not even using yet. So let's do that, actually. Let's grab one of these. I've kind of crowded that in, so I'm not going to do it there. But maybe I can just do it over here in some of this open area. Or maybe I'll do it over here. Yeah, I'll do it over here. So I want to have an input Zeppelin depot. I think I'll set it here. And that will have one of these to crush the rock. Although I'm not going to use this just yet. I'm not going to fill this up with select rock for this just yet. And that's going to give me 1 rubble. Okay. I don't know which output it's going to, though. But then that rubble can go into a Zeppelin depot. How do I want to do this? I'd like... I have an idea. Let's not put it in the Zeppelin depot. Let's just put it in a regular depot. That'll go here once I can place it here. Thank you. You can go there. That'll go into this regular depot, and then we can output from that regular depot onto a belt. And that belt will be filled first by the contents of a Zeppelin depot. And that will be feeding into this. And I think I can put this here. And then the rubble sorting takes in 2 rubble. Yeah, so let's put down a Zeppelin depot up here. This will bring in any rubble from here. Actually, not yet. I want to make sure this is picked up. Oh, they picked up all of the rubble. So I'm going to turn that into a stockpile mode for right now. This will also be for rubble. So actually, they could just pick it up and put it there too. That's fine. And then we need a conveyor belt line. And I'm just going to do a single inserter here, going this way, and then going this way. And then finally a Zeppelin depot that will have outputs for iron, copper, and gold. Here. Copper, gold, iron. Now we need inserters up the wazoo. That can go there. This can go here. And then these can go here. This one will be a depot exit. So will this. We'll set the rubble. It looks like we've picked up all the rubble. Turn that off then. I'm going to leave this one on just in case. And then I want Zeppelin and Dronecraft to fly the rubble from these 2 places over to there. And it's already requesting of type rubble. There they are. Thank you, drones. And the slower Zeppelins. And then here we should be good. I just need to do this. And put an entry point on that. Here. And I'm not, as I said, I'm not going to turn this on yet. I'm not going to request the rocks here yet. But I guess I can put these inserters in here. So that it's ready to go crushing rubble. Or crushing 2 rubble, I should say. The rocks. And we are indeed getting some ores here. So then from here, these can fly to here. I didn't think about how this would work. I did not think about how this would work at all. But that's okay. That'll take care of the gold, at least for right this moment. I wish I would have slid all this stuff one tile this way. Copper. Oh, we have only a couple of copper bars in there. Well, guess what, my friend? That can all be moved over then. Oh, that's why we only have a couple of copper bars. I wasn't accepting copper bars. Trap is idle because we don't have any... Oh, did I turn this off? Now I have it set for an overflow. Why is this one not working? Okay, now it's working. Bizarre. Problem solved. And iron as well needs to be brought over here. Maybe I shouldn't have let them continue with the smelting, given that I wanted to ferry all those things over here. But that's fine. Okay, so they've eaten through the rubble we had, and I'm going to leave them alone with those thoughts for now. But I think what I'll do for the copper and the iron... Well, I think I need to put some Zeppelin depots in. I think one of them needs to be here. For the copper. And then one of them needs to be like here. The iron. And then I need to reroute this belt, I think. No. I think I want it here. And I don't think I want this one right there either. I think I'm going to take this out. Take a couple of these out. Just to kind of be able to plan this a little bit better. And I think I want it here. With a belt going this way. And then I want this one to output... Oops, that's not what I wanted though. I want this one to output on this side instead and go this way. I think that will work out slightly better. You are very loud, my friend. This can go here. This will be for copper. Ore. And an exit point here. And then we can fly the copper ore from here to there. Here comes a Zeppelin to do so. And it's not going to really matter at this point, but then we can do that as well. I need to set that for copper. And that should hopefully be fine. And we'll do the same thing here for iron. I want to reroute this belt, though. A little bit. Let's do iron ore. And I want to set this up as a stockpile, so they'll pick these up here. I'm going to take this up by one more, and then bring it in this way, somewhere. Meanwhile, this one can come from here to there. And then this one can go to do. And I think that'll work priority-wise. If not, I have another idea of just taking this last belt out in these two cases and putting an inserter there instead. And then it'll have to load on top of a tile, and it'll work kind of like these are working. Wait. Oh, never mind. Kind of like how these are working, or like these are working, where they won't insert when there's already one there. Kind of thing. I'm hoping, at least. We'll see. So, I think this is where we should leave this episode for today. I'm sorry for opening it with such sad news, but I felt that it was necessary to acknowledge here in the normal scheme of my day, of my episodes here. And then, but we'll return again tomorrow in the next episode to continue our work on the automating of all the things. Now that we've taken care of the crushing and the sorting, we can now move on to some of the advanced smelting tasks. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.